edition of W-OLGC TV News. Let's start with kindergarten. Hey Johnny, I heard that the kindergarten had a busy schedule this week.
That's right, Owen. In kindergarten, the students are busy as bees, especially since they are so excited for spring. In math, the kindergarten is learning how to count and identify coins. They are also learning to tell time. In religion, the students are learning about new life in Jesus. In science, they are finishing up their digital stories on how animals survive in the winter. They are also going to see the play The Wizard of Oz. And Owen, the students should always remember to practice what they learn in school at home.
Good advice, Johnny. Let's head over to first and second grade to see how they're doing. I hear they're quite busy, right Mark?
That's right, Owen. The first and second graders have been working very hard after Terra Nova Week. In first grade, the students are learning about reusing and recycling items. They're also learning how to skip count with numbers in math. In religion, they have been preparing for Lent by making Lenten journals. You should see them in the hallways. They look great. In second grade, they just finished their Terra Novas. This is the first time that they are taking the tests. I hope they did well. In science, they're learning about positions and magnets. They are also preparing for their first Holy Communion in religion.
I remember my first Holy Communion. It was such a special time.
It was a special time for me too, Mark. I hear that they're learning something special in third grade, right Connor?
That's right, Owen. The students are learning cursive. The students are beginning to learn how to write capital letters in cursive. In math, they are learning division facts. The students just completed a play called The Three Bear Cubs in ILA. In science, they learned all about natural disasters such as volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and landslides. In religion, they are learning about the seven sacraments. I'm sure they're learning about the sacrament of confirmation too, Owen, and probably excited about receiving it in 8th grade.
That's right, Connor, but they have a lot of grades to get through before that time. Let's head over to fourth grade to see what's happening. Right, Joe?
Hey, Owen. In fourth grade, they're taking a break from their religion textbooks and starting to learn family life.
In family life, the kids learn about relationships with their parents, siblings, and friends. In math, the students are continuing to learn about fractions. And in ILA, they have begun to read the book Tolliver's Secret. They are also working on a project that has to do with the book.
I liked that book, didn't you, Owen? Yeah, that book had a lot of funny characters. Now let's head over to Hugh to see what's happening in fifth grade.
Hi, Owen. The students in fifth grade are very busy in all their subjects, and especially in math. The fifth grade is now learning about ratios and proportions since they already learned about fractions in their last chapter. In religion, they recently wrote an essay about their faith and now are learning about prayer and the sacrament of reconciliation. In social studies, the students are learning about the branches of the federal and state government and making their own outlines. In science, they are learning about how to do sediment travels through erosion and deposition. And in ILA, they are reading the realistic fiction story, Project Mulberry, and are learning about inventions, reading a biography about Benjamin Franklin. And they are also taking the skills that they've learned and putting it into a play called Invention Convention. Sounds cool, right, Owen?
Thanks, Hugh. Let's head over to 6th, 7th, and 8th grade math to see how they're doing. Right, Julia?
You got that right, Owen. Geometry and shapes are all the rage in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade math right now. In math, the 6th grade is learning surface area and volume, while the 7th grade is boxed in with geometry. The 8th grade are circling up with cylinders, prism cones, spheres, and algebra factors of trinomials. Phew! Wow, that makes my head spin in a circle, Owen. But that's it right now for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade math.
Thanks, Julia. Let's head over to 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science. I hear things are getting electric in science, right, Annabelle?
That's right, Owen. The middle school students are studying all the states of matter and the reactions to them. The 6th grade is studying electricity and magnetism right now. The 7th grade is learning about matter and the properties of each state. The 8th grade is working on chemical reactions. Wow, sounds like they're cooking up some great experiments, Owen.
Right, Bella. Let's see what's going on in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade ILA. Right, Maddie?
Yes, Owen. In 6th, 7th, and 8th grader ILA, they're starting new books and chapters. 6th grade is reading a book about yellow fever, an epidemic that struck Philadelphia. 7th grade is learning about tense and grammar, while 8th grade is comparing and contrasting the movie and book, The Giver. In social studies, the 6th grade is now studying medieval times, while the 7th grade is learning about the Constitution and amendments. The 8th grade is starting a new chapter on the Great Depression. Boy, Owen, the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders are traveling through some interesting history, Owen.
Great, Maddie. Let's see what's happening in Spanish and computers with Caitlin.
Thanks, Owen. In computers, The students are celebrating Women's History Month. Each grade is working on different topics of women history, from explorers, scientists, and inventors to their roles in World War II. Women were responsible for so many things in our history and even today. In Spanish, the 4th grade students are learning how to hold a conversation in a restaurant. They are acting out what they have learned in class. The 5th grade is learning about the culture of Spain and presenting their findings with their classmates. I really love that project.
That sounds exciting. I hear some exciting things are happening in gym, right, James?
That's right, Owen. Kids in gym have been jumping with excitement. The students will learn how jump roping contributes to development of strength, endurance, coordination, rhythmic sense, and agility. All of the grade levels here enjoy this activity. The skills involve range from simple jump roping activities to intricate skills, which are very challenging. The students will also learn how to do single jump roping, double dutch, and much more.
Thanks, James. Thank you for tuning in to this W-OLGC TV news. See you next time.